my phone, eyes dry, heart gone. Another scroll, another lie. But I ain't cried in months, don't know why. Coffee bitter, silence sweet, but even silence got no beat. I'm breathing, yeah, I know I am, but it's like I'm running without land. I wear a smile like a coat in July. I laugh but don't know who's inside. My hands still move, I talk, I nod, but every feeling's under fall. I forgot how to feel anything at all, like static coming through a distant call. I miss the way my chest would ache, even sadness now feels fake. I'm not broken, just paused too long, numb in a world that runs too strong. I forgot how it feels to feel. The colors blur, the music flat, the joy too sharp. I don't want that, I light a joint just to breathe, not to get high, just to believe. Sky don't move me like before. I stare but don't knock at the door. There's a mirror I don't dare to face. It might show I've left no trace. My heart's a house with lights turned low, rooms I locked a year ago. Something's knocking soft inside, a whisper saying you're still alive. I forgot how to feel anything at all, like leaves that fall but never fall. I crave a scream, a tear, a sigh, anything to prove I'm not dry. I'm not dead, but I ain't free, just drifting in between the sea. I forgot how to be real. I remember once the sun used to warm me, not just touch my skin. I remember once the sound of laughter used to echo through my chest. Now it all just passes through. I forgot how to feel, but not forever. Something stirs beneath the never. Maybe stillness is a prayer, maybe numbness is just fear in layers. I ain't gone, I'm just asleep, and maybe silence knows what I need. I forgot, but I wanna remember. From the fire inside, call it ugly, call it pride. I wore peace like a fake tattoo, but rage kept bleeding through the hue. I smiled when I wanted to scream, packed my pain in a silent dream. But every time I locked that door, my anger burned a little more. I thought anger meant I failed grace, but it was grief that lost its place. A cry for help dressed up in flame, a heart too raw to say its name. Even my anger was begging to be loved, not silenced, not shamed, just gently held above. The noise of be good and stay small, it only roared cause it feared the fall. Not evil, not wrong, just loud and hurt, just a soul afraid to touch the dirt. Even my anger was a child calling home. I sat with it, no cage, no chain. Let it speak, let it explain the years it wore a hollow mask while begging for one simple ask. See me, hear me, don't run away. I only shout cause I wasn't okay, and In that moment I could see my anger never wanted to leave me. It was the fire that lit my spine, the howl that kept the edge in line. Not to destroy, just to defend. A voice denied, now asking to mend. Even my anger was begging to be loved. Not tamed, not feared, just named and hugged. It cracked the shell so light could come. It screamed the truth my lips stayed from. No judgment now, no fist to clench, just hands to hold what once was wrench. Even my anger just wanted peace too. Curse my rage, but it never left. Not because it hated me, but because it waited to be seen for what it truly was. A torch, not a weapon. Even my anger was begging to be loved. Not fixed, not feared, just risen above. I don't deny, I don't erase. I hold it now in softer space. It taught me where the wounds began and helped me find the strength to stand. Even my anger is part of coming home. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. I scroll like I'm searching for God through reels and filters. Truth feels odd. Thumb bruised from swiping past the pain. Just dopamine dressed up as rain. Click hard, scroll again. I know their smiles not where they've been. Every face a frozen show while my soul stays stuck on low. I mute the world, but it still screams in pixels, trends, and static dreams. I don't remember what I seek, just that silence makes me weak. I'm scrolling through the silence, looking for a voice that sounds like mine. In 1,000 lights I'm blind to the dark I left behind. Feet so full but I feel thin, echoes loud but not within. I'm scrolling but I don't feel seen. Notifications like fake prayers, little hits of maybe someone cares, but nothing sticks and nothing stays, just empty hearts and hollow praise. I post a quote, delete a truth, replace the wound with something cute, but silence waits between the noise, begging me to make a choice. I fear the moment I unplug. What if I vanish with the plug? But what if truth don't shout or shine, just breathes beneath this thin glass line? I'm scrolling through the silence, hoping someone says my name for real. My shadow taps the screen, asking, is this how we heal? So many voices, none are mine. I press replay but lose the line. I'm scrolling like I'm scared to stop. Silence used to scare me. Now it calls me. Not as a void, but as a home.
I forgot how to hear.
I'm scrolling through the silence, but something soft is pulling me in. Not louder, not brighter, just realer than I've ever been. I'll put it down, maybe not today, but I'm hearing what the silence say. I'm scrolling, but I'm starting to slow. I turned off the screen, let the noise fade. Just me in the air, no masquerade. The stillness came like a wave unspoken, and in that pause something broke open. I didn't plan to cry that day, just sat down with nothing to say. But my body knew what my mind forgot, that stillness is where pain gets caught. My breath slowed down like sacred drums, my chest unlocked what I'd become. No playlist played, no voices led, just me and all the tears I never shed. The first time I sat still I wept, years of silence that I kept. Felt like rain I never named, not out of sadness, not from shame, but from the weight I didn't know I'd carry deep too far to show. The first time I let myself be real. I used to think that stopping meant weak, that slowing down would make me bleak. But there was wisdom in that chair, a truth too tender to declare. I wept not for what they had done, but for the part of me that had to run. For all the nights I played pretend and called survival just a trend. There was no soundtrack to my fall, just breath and bricks inside the wall. And in the stillness something sighed, the me I buried never died. The first time I sat still I cried, not from fear but from being wide. Enough to feel, enough to break, enough to give, enough to shake. I didn't beg, I didn't scream, just let the silence hold the stream. The first time I let the river speak, stillness was the first place. I didn't have to perform, and in that quiet I heard myself sob like a child. I forgot I was. The first time I sat still I wept, but not because I hadn't slept. I wept because I'd found the door to something I'm not hiding from anymore. No spotlight, no shame, no regret, just truth and tears I won't forget. The first time I finally stayed. still I felt a thread of something deeper than what bled. A wind inside that didn't shake, a rhythm no regret could break. My body held the storm for years, but my breath, it whispered through the fears. It didn't shout, it didn't scream, it hummed like roots beneath a dream. It said, you're more than what they've done. You were breathing before it begun. My breath is older than my trauma, wiser than the voice of drama, stronger than the fear I claimed, softer than the guilt I named. My breath, it carries songs from stars. It knows I'm more than all my scars. My breath reminds me I survived. I used to hold it in too tight, like pausing breath could make things right. But breath don't beg and breath don't hide. It waits until I step inside. It's not a hero, not a war. It's quiet truth I can't ignore. I follow it past shame and blame, and find a me that never changed. It doesn't need a perfect past, just space to be, to rise, to last. And in each exhale I reclaim a soul that grief could never tame. My breath is older than my trauma, deeper than the loudest karma. It knows the songs the trees still sing. It knows I'm whole beneath the sting. My breath, it holds me when I shake, and tells me pain is not mistake. My breath remembers who I am. Before the womb there was rhythm. Before the fear there was breath. I return not to who I was, but to who I've always been. My breath is older than my trauma. It knows no shame, no sealed dilemma. It flows through time, through loss, through dust, through grief, through rage, through broken trust. My breath, it stayed when all else fled, and now it sings inside my chest. My breath is how I rise again. Where no signal could reach, no likes, no comments, just birds that preach. A sermon made of breeze and pine that whispered, you are already fine. I laid my back on breathing ground and felt the earth without a sound. No test, no mask, no spotlight sting, just roots that ask for nothing. The sky never asked me to be more. The trees don't care what I've been before. They see the soil, they see the scar, and still they hold me as I are. Nature never asked me to prove anything. Didn't want a resume or perfect skin. The ocean didn't flinch at my pain. The wind just wrapped me like the rain. No judgment in the mountains tall, just space to rise or space to fall. Nature just lets me be. I saw a flower bloom alone, no crowd, no stage, no microphone, and still it opened like the sun. No need to validate its run. The moon didn't mind, I cried that night. It stayed, just bathing me in light. No fixing, no advice, no plan. Just you're enough the way I am. The sand didn't need me to explain. The thunder never mocked my rain. The clouds above just passed along, like grief that sings a quiet song. Nature never asked me to prove anything. Didn't need me smiling, didn't need me winning. The grass just bent beneath my weight. The stream forgave me running late. No need to shine, no need to hide. Just be the breath, not the pride. Nature was home before I knew. No tree ever asked me to be louder than the wind. No river asked me what I've done with my life. They just let me sit and be. Nature never asked me to prove anything, and in that grace my heart could sing. No noise, no task, no price to pay. Just space to soften and to stay. The forest knows, the sky believes. The soul grows where pressure leaves. Nature was never far from me. Trace my pain in bloodlines, blame the ghost for the cracks in my spine. But one day I looked at my own hands and saw the seeds, not just the sand. I'm not just branches from a tree, I'm the root, I'm the leaf, I'm the in-between. I don't inherit, I also create. I'm not just memory, I shape fate. I carry the voices that came before, but I choose which ones I answer for. I light a fire they never dreamed, and plant a peace they never deemed. I am the ancestor of my own becoming, not just surviving but soulfully humming. I walk for those who never heal, I speak the truths they had to seal. I build altars in my breath, for joy to dance, for grief to rest. I am becoming what they prayed for. I broke the curse without a soul, just breath and love they once ignored. I honor them not by pain, but by singing through the falling rain. They passed the burden, I turned it flame. Forged compassion from old blame. I write my name in sacred clay, for who I'll be some brighter day. I bless the child I'll never meet, with softer ground beneath their feet. I pass them not my fear or war, but songs of peace are now restored. I am the ancestor of my own becoming. I stopped the flood, I chose the drumming. I chant for healing in the night. I make the dark give birth to light. I hold my story with both hands and grow alive from broken lands. I am becoming with grace and flame. The light master of my own becoming, a sacred shift no longer numbing. I walk with ghosts but not their chains, I speak with storms but not their pain. I light the way I wish I knew, and leave a brighter path in view. I am what healing looks like too. I laughed today and didn't shrink, didn't second guess or stop to think. No inner voice to say too much, just sunlight dancing on my touch. I played a song and let it play, I moved my hips, I lost the gray. Not to perform, not to pretend, because my soul remembered when joy came without disguise. Before I learned to minimize, before I thought I had to earn the right to let my fire burn. This is joy without apology, no footnotes, no theology. No need to prove I cried before, to justify what I'm smiling for. This light is not a guilty thing, it's breath, it's birth, it's offering. Joy is holy too. I used to flinch at my own smile, like too much glow was out of style. But now I hold it like a flame that warms me more than any name. I laugh even when the room is still, dance without a should or will. This joy is sacred, born of fight. It took its time to come to light. I'm not ashamed to be alive, to feel the sun and dare to thrive. My joy is not loud to make a point, it's just the rhythm in my joints. This is joy without apology, no filter, no economy. Not borrowed, not explained away, just here to brighten up the gray. I don't need pain to make it true, this happiness is healing too. Joy is how I bloom.
There is a kind of joy that doesn't scream, it hums, that doesn't need nourishment. It just arrives, and I clip them home.
This is joy without apology, a sunrise written into me. I won't explain, I won't defend, this happiness is not pretend. It grew from soil soaked in ache, and rose for my own spirit's sake. Joy is what I was born to hold. Like a script, or patch my silence with your wit. I'm not a puzzle to decode, I'm just a soul that's overflowed. Don't try to fix the way I break, or tell me what I need to take. I'm not your project, not your test. I'm just a heart that needs to rest. I didn't come for rescue boats, just someone not afraid to float with me inside this muddy stream and feel what healing really means. I don't wanna be fixed, I want to be felt. I want my storm to simply melt into a gaze that doesn't flee, into a hug that lets me be. I don't need polish, don't need cure, just presence raw and touch that's pure. I want to be real with you. Don't quote me light when I'm in dark. Don't call it growth if it just marks the places I still try to hide behind a strength that's mostly pride. Sit with me when I don't shine, let awkward silence be just fine. I'll show you pain that's not complete, then ask you not to make it neat. If you can feel, not just observe, then you will touch my deepest nerve. I don't need words to make me whole, I need your heart, not just your role. I don't wanna be fixed, I want to be felt, like rain that lands and doesn't melt, like music held without a beat, like bare feet grounded on warm street. I don't need answers, don't need plans, just open eyes and quiet hands. I want to be safe with you. Don't reach for tools, reach for me. I'm not a wound to close, I'm a story asking to be heard. Without skipping the sad parts. I don't wanna be fixed, I want to be felt, to sit in heat and let it melt. Don't rush my fire into ash, just let it burn, then gently pass. If you can hold me where I stand, without a script, without a plan, then maybe I can heal with you. Don't shout like I used to do. I light a flame, let the smoke move through. Not to scream, not to explain, but to say I made it through the rain. My words are ash, my breath is fire, my stillness speaks my true desire. I'm not a warning, not a cry, just a signal glowing to the sky. I send it not to be saved, but to mark the ground I've braved. I'm not lost, not waiting out, I'm right here, turning inside out. These are smoke signals to the soul, rising from a self-made old. No code to crack, no map to find, just embers whispering I've aligned. No panic flare, no SOS, just fire where the pain once left. Smoke, carry soft light, only silence learns. My joy don't need to broadcast loud. It moves like mist beneath the crowd, a quiet blaze that doesn't burn, but lives in every soul that turns. I won't explain the path I took, I just exhale, become the book. Let others see me through the haze, and maybe light their own small blaze. These are smoke signals to the soul, not for rescue, not for roll. Just proof I've lived, I've loved, I've healed. In ash and breath my truth revealed. A message only heartbeats catch, a fire only silence match. Smoke is how I rise unseen. Oh, oh, breathe. Oh, oh. I am not the scream, I am not the flame, I am the smoke, gentle, rising, letting the world know I was here, and I burn beautifully. These are smoke signals to the soul, not loud, not lost, just whole. If you see them in the sky,